Hi there. We're going to look at some of the functions that you can utilize through G Suite for education to help with productivity and making a little bit more time for planning, teaching and learning and interacting with students. So what we're going to start with is the concept that we're going to receive an email in a couple of moments asking for a bit of data analysis, everyone's favorite task. So here we go. So Sean has said, I hear you're a whiz with a spreadsheet. Could you check out the data on this sheet and create a document with the following items, please? Okay, so let's give that a go. And click on the link. So this is a normal Google spreadsheet link, but where it would normally say edit, he's changed it to copy. And by doing that, you can automatically prompt the user to make a copy, as I'm doing now. So we've got some student data, just for reference, randomized students, addresses and all the rest of it. So we were asked to do a bit of analysis on this. If I go back to the email, a chart showing the average unauthorized absence by year group. We're pretty fortunate though, because Google has got Explore in Sheets, also in Docs and Slides as well, but the Explore in Sheets does a little bit more than the rest. So already, there are some attempts at charts that might be relevant to the data I've got in this sheet. But it's not the one that I want. I needed chart showing the average unauthorized absences by year group. Now, you can ask the spreadsheet questions in natural language. So chart showing average unauthorized absences by year group. And lo and behold, we have just that, a chart showing the authorized absences for each of our year groups. And with one click, that chart is then in there. So some natural language to ask the question, and then the chart is straight in. The other bit I was asked to do was another question, which was I wanted a table showing behavior points for students with more than 100 achievement points and more than 50 conduct points. So what I want is students with behavior points for students with more than 100 achievement points and more than 50 conduct points. So if I scroll up to the top, you'll see I've got myself a list of just those students. And if we click on See Formula, there's the formula that's creating this particular set of data. And I can drag and drop that into my spreadsheet. And because of the formula that's created here, this will update live. So if the data changes, this table of data will change as well. So natural language in Google Sheets to ask your spreadsheet questions, and it will produce charts and formulae, just like this. But that wasn't all I was asked to do. I also had to share a doc and schedule a meeting. So I'm just going to jump into Google Drive. I'm going to go to the waffle icon and go to Google Drive. This is the unlimited storage area for schools that choose to go with G Suite for Education. And it allows me to create a new word processor document, so Google Docs. So Google Docs is collaborative, allows you to work with 100 people, all editing the same document at the same time. So we were asked to put this information into a document. So I'm going to find that chart, click on the chart and copy it. And it's asking me if I want to link to the spreadsheet, which means that now when I paste it, that will be a live link to the spreadsheet. So if the data updates, the chart can be updated to reflect that as well. Equally, I would like the information about the student. So I'm going to drag over that, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it into my document. And I get asked the same question. So now I've got a document that will link to the spreadsheet of data live. So if the data changes, the information in my document will change accordingly. So the final thing left to do is to schedule an appointment. So I'm going to jump into my Google Calendar. I'm going to look at any date, doesn't matter where I click, because in a moment, once I give it a title, I'm going to edit the event and I'm going to look at finding a time. Now Sean sent me this email, so he's the one I want to meet with. If I go to find a time, you can see my calendar and Sean's calendar next to each other. And if we go back, you can see that we've already had one data analysis meeting, but he's keen to have another. And if I put that in for 2 p.m. on the Friday, then back up at the top, it's changed that accordingly. And if I click on save, I can send a reminder, but there's one thing left to do, and that's make sure that the document that I've just created is also available as well. So it's going to send information to Sean, and it's going to make sure that that data analysis document is shared with him. And that's how you can add a bit of productivity to your use of G Suite. So as well as teaching and learning opportunities, there's also the opportunity to be efficient with the work that you do in between the classroom time.